Hey everyone, it's Karen from Mayfly Life. Today I'm going to be making something for my dogs, and as you can see, this is Dante, and he has a little bit of dry paws, as you can see. Normally I put a nice moisturizer on his paws to help protect them for winter and for the heat in the summer. And I'm out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Paw Balm. Stay tuned. Okay, in here I've got a small saucepan filled with water, and I've got a glass jar placed in here. And what I'm doing is I'm bringing it to temperature so that the glass is nice and warm when I add my ingredients. Instead of putting this in a measuring cup or a bain-marie, I'm going to do it all in one to save time, and also too, it's the storage container. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be adding, this is a very simple recipe. And what I've got is just a small, jelly jar that you can reuse over and over again. And I like it because I store it in my bathroom with all my moisturizers and things. So this recipe is very simple to make, as I said. And what I'm going to do is, it's an all-natural. But the only thing that I'm not adding, which a lot of people do add, and the thing is I find it's not necessary, is essential oil. Essential oil, dogs' sense of smell is very sensitive, so having an essential oil for the dog to sniff, and like this is going to be lickable, so because it is all natural, there's nothing harmful to dogs that'll go into this recipe. So I decided not to use essential oil because you don't need it, really. So I've turned my pan down, and I'm going to start adding my ingredients. Okay, so what I'm adding right now is I'm adding 2 tablespoons of beeswax. And I can't seem to find my other one. Oh, there it is. This is raw beeswax from a brick that I've made, and then the rest are the last of my little pellets. So that's 2 tablespoons right there. I'm also going to add 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. Because coconut oil is so good. And whoops, a little bit fell in the bain-marie. And the final scraping of the third one. It's melting actually quite quickly. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of raw shea butter. Just get that in there. I'm going to also add 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and this here is extra virgin. It actually makes quite a nice size jar here. I'm also going to add tablespoon of castor oil. This will help give it a more slick consistency. So half a tablespoon of castor oil. It's nice and thick, as you can see. It'll also help with creaminess as well. And you're probably going to wonder about this last ingredient that I'm adding. Half a tablespoon of jojoba oil. Now jojoba oil is like a wax, so it will help also soften the paws. So what I'm doing is I'm just carefully stirring this and waiting for this to slowly melt down, because it takes longer for the beeswax to melt down, and I'm just doing it gently. And then at the end, as it's cooling, I'll be adding vitamin E, a couple of drops from a vitamin E tablet. It'll actually be one vitamin E tablet. So I'll let that come to a boil, or it is boiling. I'll let that melt a bit and then bring you back, and we'll finish up. Okay, as you can see, it's all melted, and so I'm going to turn off my my stove, and I'm just going to grab this, lift it up, because you don't want to burn yourself, and I'm going to place it on a towel. Okay, as you can see, I've got it on a towel, so what I'm doing is I'm gently wiping it so as to get all the water and moisture off the outside of the jar. And then what I'm going to do is, now it's starting to cool down, I'm going to add 1 capsule of vitamin E, there we go. That'll yield about 4 or 5 drops. And just give it a little stir. And like I said, I'm not scenting this at all with any essential oil. If you want, please use it sparingly, like maybe one or 2 drops at most per recipe, like per amount that I've used here. This is a little jar, so little mason jar. So just like 1 or 2 drops, because like I said, dogs' noses are very, very sensitive, and you don't want to overwhelm them. But like I said, I've opted not to use it. And if you are, check your internet and be sure that the essential oil you choose is safe for dogs and for cats, because you can use this for cats as well. It's Paw Balm, so I mean it's safe to use on cats. I mean, if your cat is an outdoor cat, but even in the wintertime and indoors, the dog or cat's paws tend to get dry. So by all means, use this on cats as well. So now what you do is you sit it on your counter, let it dry and harden. And then just use a little bit and smear it on your puppy's paws. And that's it. Very simple, very easy to make. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.